What's going on, Junkie Nation? Gorgeous George and Goes always deliver the big names. Today we get to talk to Platinum Mike Perry as he is booked for a fight at BKFC 56 December 2nd in Salt Lake City, Utah. His opponent is Eddie Alvarez. Welcome back to MMA Junkie Radio. What's going on, Platinum? How are you?
What's good, fellas? I'm doing great, man. Just chilling at the house, enjoying my day. Waiting to go train later, and stay prepared for the Underground King.
Yeah, Underground. You might see the Underground King sooner than December 2nd, but we'll see. Hey, let me ask you something. When they presented it to you, what did you think? Because us as fans, look, we're media. We're doing our job right now. But a lot of times when we're just checking that junkie app at home and we log on and we see something that catches us off guard, oh man, it's the best feeling knowing, man, that a big scrap is headed our way. And that's how I felt about this one. How about you as the fighter? What did you think when they said it's you and Alvarez?
Yeah, I'm grateful for any opportunities. Finding the right opponents and I mean, Eddie has a big name in the fight game, and I'm happy to compete against him. But also I was like, I mean, why would I say no to any fight? Any fight that gets offered to me, that's the thing. It's like a lot of guys try to call me out and shit, or they'll say that someone's ducking them or this and that. But it's like, guys, you're not being offered. You know what I mean? Like the company has they want to do things a certain way, and I can't exactly say what that way is, but you could put me up against. I want to be the guy who's able to beat all the guys, whether he's a top guy, a top BKFC guy, a top UFC guy, a top MMA, a top boxer, a top or just a random guy. Like sometimes randoms come in and they get a win in short notice or something, and people didn't see them coming. And I want to be prepared to beat anybody that's standing across from me. So, any opportunity they call, they say, yo, this is who it's going to be. And I say, all right, I'll be ready. You know what I mean? I don't say no. I just sign on the dotted line. Like, let's make the fight happen.
All right. Well, like we told you, December 2nd is when you're going to see Eddie Alvarez in Salt Lake City. But here at Junkie Radio, we pulled something off. You're going to see him a lot sooner. Let's bring in the Underground King, Eddie Alvarez. He joins us now for the interview. What's going on, Eddie? How are you?
What's up, guys? What's up, Mike? Long time no see.
What's up, Eddie? How's training, man?
Long time no see. I decided not to train. I was just gonna get ready for you, just regular.
We're just on the couch, huh? Yeah, I've been playing Assassin's Creed, so I'm finna hit you with some shit.
I went back. I started watching video after we last spoke, and I was like, you know what? I'm just not even gonna train for this. I didn't think it was necessary. So
Hey, no excuses after he's already putting in excuses, man. Talking about he's not gonna train. So when he just
you did call him easy work, Mike. So I mean, maybe you shouldn't have to train either, right? Or take that one back.
My training is playing video games. No, I like to work out, man. It's healthy lifestyle over here, man. It's good for the brain. It's good for the soul. The family works out together, train together, remain together. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, man. We ain't worried about what he's doing over there. I'm doing my own thing like I always do.
All right. So, Mike, I heard another interview where you said, hey, you're a fan of Eddie. You've seen him fight for a long time. Obviously, he's a little older than you. He's been in combat sports longer. How about you, Eddie? I'm sure you've seen Platinum Perry get down at some point. Would you say you were a fan of his, or what were your thoughts on when you did see him compete?
Yeah, I love watching Mike fight. He fought a couple of my teammates. Like I alluded to last week, him fighting Luke. I only know about the Luke fight because I used to spar with Luke. Me and him were good friends. I love this stint in the UFC. Whether he won or lost, he was always, must-see TV. And he's kind of doing the same thing in bare knuckle. And I'm not acting like the older guy here, but, I know Mike, went through it. in his life, and seems like he got his shit together now. He's starting to value things that are valuable in his family, his training, and stuff like that. So, like, I like to see that. I like to see guys making money outside the big show, outside the UFC, and making moves the way you're. So that's good. I'm
This
glad.
is the big show, bro. This is the big show. Those guys over there, they don't even want to do this shit. They're afraid of this shit.
It's the big show now because it's me and you. It's the big show now because it's me and you, Mikey.
Yeah. I guess you stepped up a little bit because you remember you was my co-main.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Eddie, so I always give you props. You got the belts in the back, one of the best layouts when we do interview fighters. You had some tough matchups, but Mike is also a little bit bigger. Would he be the toughest matchup you've ever had in combat sports?
He's gonna be tough. He'll be tough. He the guy takes shots and keeps coming. You know what I mean? So he's not gonna be. I'm never gonna call Mike easy work. I think that was silly of him to ever call me easy work, but we'll see. Maybe that's how he truly feels, considering his training regimen and who he's going against and whatever. But I don't think he's gonna be easy work. I do see holes in his game. I see things I can exploit. And so do my coaches. Obviously, we called for this fight, so I got what I wanted. Come December 2nd, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna exploit them holes. We're gonna do big things. This could go a whole lot of different ways, but I'm not by any means looking forward to an easy night. I don't expect any of this shit to be easy.
Mike, you think it's just gamesmanship? This whole thing, you got holes? What's going on? I saw you kind of react to that comment.
Yes, because that's a joke on the internet, bro. Whenever somebody says I see holes in his game, they bring up some press conference from the UFC. But I think there's only one way to win this fight, man. And it's easy work, putting my knuckles on his face.
So, guys, I want to ask you a question. Obviously, this is a professional sport. There is strategy involved. However, it's so primal that once things get going, do those game plans kind of get thrown out the window a little bit just because of how primal it was? I mean, does it almost take you back to your younger years? And I know on Tapology, you'll see how many of these BKFC fights you've had, but I'm sure you guys have had a lot of similar fights that weren't on Tapology that were like this. I guess we could start off with you, Mike. How do you think that's going to go the second you guys actually connect? Is the game plan out the window?
Well, the game plan gets prepped and is done in the gym. It's training, it's muscle memory. You build on top of what you have, and then when you get in the ring, it just kind of takes over. Adrenaline, fight night is sharp. That's a sharp night. Like, I'm shooting, everything is 100%, and it's coming off easy. I got plenty of ammo. There's no getting tired, and and there's no backing up. It's pure pressure all the time. He fought Chad Mendes, and Chad Mendes backed up a lot in that fight, and Chad kind of broke at the end. I felt like they deserved the 6th round, but in my opinion, the reason that the 6th round didn't happen was because Chad Mendes was broken and he didn't want to go again. He didn't want to go anymore, so they gave the win to Eddie because Eddie was ready to go another round, in my opinion. So, I just feel like I don't think he knows what he's up against. I really don't understand how he thinks that his boxing, from what he did with Chad, is gonna transfer against me.
Eddie, is that a fair assumption given that he does have more fights in BKFC than you?
Oh, he has 3, right? He has 3. I've seen all of them recently. I feel like he dropped Lane in the first round, but I feel like Lane kind of won the next 4. I feel like MVP did the same. He did the same thing. MVP dropped MVP in the first round. MVP won the next 4. So I look like he's squeaking. He's saying easy money, but he ain't had an easy fight besides Luke Rockhold. And before them two, he lost a whole plethora of fights before them two. So he hasn't had an easy fight. So, like, I think he's saying easy money because he wants an easy fight. But he hasn't had an easy fight in a while. Besides Luke Rockhold, all his fights been tough. Took a lot of damage. Takes a lot of shots. And they haven't been easy. None of them. You know they haven't been easy.
Nah, they have been easy. I'm here right now, and this is going to be the easiest one.
Guys, so obviously it's you two locked up in that ring, but a lot of people say there's kind of a third element to this, and it's the fact that we're in Salt Lake City. There's elevation, right? How serious is elevation in this game? Are you guys going to get there early? Is it anything that you guys have taken in even extra precautions for that? But we'll start with you, Ed.
Nope.
I fought in Denver, and I feel like Florida's humidity and like when you're outside running in the heat of the day in Florida because it's always hot and humid, I feel like the air is just as heavy. And I didn't feel any elevation in Denver at all. I just went out and did a couple sprints that week, and I was ready to go. And look what happened. Easy work.
I'm gonna beat Mike up at elevation, at sea level, below sea level, in the sea, off the sea. It don't it don't matter wherever we're at. It can be high, low. I
gotta give him props, man. Trying to make y'all.
I fought all over the world. I fought Mexico City, fought all around. I never got into believing in any of that stuff. I even had fighters call me as soon as it got booked for Salt Lake, asking me what I'm going to do to acclimate. I just think if you're ready to fight, you're ready to rumble. No matter where, no matter who, you either win. You're either ready. You got the spirit to win or spirit to lose. So like, there's no elevation is not an excuse. I never really put no time into it.
How many times? How many times you gonna get up from the ground in this fight, dude?
Every motherfucking time. Every time. You never dealt with no one like me. You ain't never dealt with no one like me. You don't have a single person in that boxing technique bullshit place you're at that's like me.
First of all, my coach is great. My coach is a great man, and the kids that work out there and all the people that come through and work are very tough and great. And that's not true. I wasn't at Technique. I was at Fusion XL, the MMA gym, getting some work with the MMA guys on Saturday. And Mike Davis is actually a great training partner for you.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he's a fresh new guy in the UFC. Tough dude. I've been around him for years. Mike Davis, beast boy. He's a great guy, super humble and super athletic and talented. He's a very strong guy, and he's about your height. And he's a better boxer than you, in my opinion.
So he's easy work, you're saying, right?
No, he's much tougher of a fighter than you're going to be when I step in the ring with you. And it's bare knuckle, bro. See, like you can't. I know that you learned a lot from your first bare knuckle fight. So, because that's the one that really teaches you what you needed to know about it. So you'll be better coming into this one, but it's still nowhere near close to where you're going to need to be. Like, I'm going to shove my knuckles through your face, bro. And I don't think you're going to get up that many times.
You think this is my first fight without gloves on?
Your first real one, yeah.
Was this one?
Any guys in Jersey or Philly or where Utah, wherever you be at, fighting people on the street, the bar fights, or you probably hit them when they're not looking or whatever. It's nothing like a Platinum Mike Perry fight.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right. So listen, Eddie, you come with a lot of accolades. Everybody knows who you are. Mike, of course, you've made quite a splash at BKFC. But I want to know, guys, who's the A side in this fight? Who's everyone going to pay that money to get, on that app, that fabulous BKFC app? and those ringside tickets, who are they coming to watch on December 2nd? Who's the A side?
Me.
Okay.
But Eddie helps. He's definitely a great. Like I can't. It takes two to tango, bro. I can't just go in the ring and shadow box and people be pay-per-view for that shit. So, it takes two. And like I said last time, if he's the one gets in the ring on December 2nd, I'll be ready December 2nd, step in the ring. So if he gets in there to fight me, it's gonna be a great show.
Eddie, you agree? Is it his house you plan on invading, or are you the guy?
I think we kind of need each other. Look, regardless of my accolades, I don't do that. I'm not a big Instagram guy. I don't do this thing. I don't have like a lot. My following is pure like fight fans who've been watching MMA from 2003 on. I don't have a lot of like, I don't have a lot of casual fans who watch me just because of me. They watch me to fight. That's all. That's the only reason they watch me. I'm boring outside of that. So I need Mike because Mike has a bigger following as far as like worldwide right now. His following on social media and all that. I need him for that, and I think he needs me to kind of legitimize himself as beating a world champion, beating someone who's recognized, someone all over the world. I don't think he has that yet. I think when he's come against someone who's disciplined and world champion level, he's lost time and time again. And this will, if he manages to win against me, this will be the first real guy with real accolades, real fighter who he's beaten. I think when he stepped up, he's lost. There's a different level of discipline, a different level. You have the opportunity to beat a world champion now, a real world champion.
All right. Well, I'm not trying to play Captain Save-A, bro, but to be fair, Luke Rockhold did hold the Strikeforce and UFC middleweight belt, so I think that was a proper win. But all right, listen.
Look, my argument with Luke is look, everyone on this panel right now, Luke kicked and did jiu-jitsu. Luke don't punch. He's never been a puncher, ever, ever, ever. All my knockouts from the beginning of my career all the way to now have been with punches. Big, hard shots. All my TKOs, knockouts are with punches, the majority of them. I'm a puncher. I grew up in Philly boxing. Luke has never been that. He was never made for a bare knuckle. Mike knows that, and you two know that. So, that's great that he beat him, but I think everybody in the know and in the game knew Mike Perry was going to beat Luke up.
Okay. Guys, what's your prediction? Eddie, how does this end?
I feel like it could look a lot like the Joanne Lane fight. I'm just cleaner, and I feel like I feel like I'm just gonna land. I'm gonna land. It's gonna be a high volume, lot of shots, and Mike could. I wouldn't put it past him to put me down, but I'm not gonna stay down. It's only a 10-minute fight, so if he puts me down, I'm gonna get it back. I'm gonna put him down. It could look like the Chad fight, but he's got to be ready for high volume, a lot of movement. It ain't gonna be like anybody else he ever fought before. Nobody else, not the guy he's talking about, Mike Davis or anybody he's ever fought. I'm not down.
All right, Mike Perry, how does this fight end? How do you envision it?
I envision just raw power, speed, velocity, and just being ferocious, just on his ass. Nothing he can do about it until he doesn't get back up. And if you watch the BKFC 41, co-main event was him and Chad, and then the main event. You just look at the difference of how I come out, and it's ferocious, bro. How I fucking come after my opponents and I go for broke, and I don't give a fuck about getting hit. And I dodge it though. I roll with them punches so good. I be timing that shit. I posted a video of the clip, bro. I'm gonna dismantle And you know, I mean, it's simply put, bro. Like, I got way more swag than Eddie. He got all them belts and shit and all that. But in the boxing ring, I'm from the hood, bro. Like, we get down, man. We about that life. And if he's stepping in there with me bare knuckle, like, I hurt people with 16-ounce gloves and headgear, bro. I hurt them bad, bro. Like, I break them down with pressure and just destruction. Like, I just put pressure and punches on their face and body. And if bare knuckle, you ain't taking that for 2 to 3 minutes, bro.
Eddie, we'll give you a chance to give the final answer here. And one other thing, I know Mike said his last fight, he stepped in around 189, 190. How about you, man? You fought bigger guys, I get it, but how big do you want to get without sacrificing your speed and everything? And then if you want to say anything else to Mike on the way out.
When I fought Chad, we weighed in at 65. I was back at 85, like within 4 or 5 hours. So like I don't mind the 75 weight class at all. 70, 75. That's fine. That's fine for me. That's like kind of right where I'm supposed to be at right now. I can't make 55 anymore. I'm done with that. But I don't know. I don't see. Look, the idea Mike's gonna try to pull this fight into the same bullshit that he does, the speed, power, velocity, or whatever he's talking about. But it all lacks discipline, all of it. So like that's why I'm telling him. That's why I'm telling Rich, please. It all lacks discipline. So like that's the difference between fighting a world champion and fighting a regular dude like, you know, like the guys you've been fighting. So like when he gets in a fight and I'm not worried about the pressure. I'm composed under the pressure, and I'm landing shots in between all your wild bullshit, and I'm cutting your face up. That's discipline. That's what you're in a world championship fight now. So like, and when I get like, if I do get put down, I'm getting back up. So like, you're gonna have a lot to deal with. It's gonna be something different than you ever felt before. Something different than you ever felt. You might question yourself inside of the fight. You might go, you know what? I think Eddie was right. This feels like something different.
Mike, any final word from you?
It's gonna be different, all right, man. My check's gonna be different. It's gonna.
It ain't bigger than mine. It ain't bigger than mine.
It is gonna be different because you said
you
no matter what.
You think you're the A side? It ain't bigger than mine.
My check's. That's okay. I don't care. My check huge. I'm good. Me and my family, we good over here. That's all right, brother. You gonna need that money because I'm about to beat the shit out of you. Easy work. No problem. You're right. It's going to be different because I've had these battles in the past and I've been getting better and better and better, especially with this bare knuckle boxing. My fights been getting easier and easier. And this one is going to be different in the fact that it's the easiest one ever. And I'm just going to shut you down. Nothing. You're not going to have any success.
It all goes down on December 2nd in Salt Lake City, folks. Go to BKFC for more information. If you want to grab some tickets, they have great VIP, general admission, whatever it takes. Of course, the app will allow you to watch the fights, 3 title fights, including also Todd Duffy, Ben Rothwell, of course, Christine Ferrer is on the card, and these two beasts, these two G's, who really brought it today on this interview. Platinum Mike Perry and Eddie Alvarez. Thank you, fellas, for the time. Good luck with your training camps. We'll see you in Salt Lake City. I'm going as a fan. I'm not even getting the credentials. I want to drink beer and watch these two savages go at it.
Have a good day.